This episode is sponsored by Where to Shop and Dine. Download the app on Google Play Store or Apple App Store today. Connecting colleges and communities. You're watching Scene TV, and I'm Maya McNulty, your host, Schenectady Cable Entertainment News and Events. I am so delighted to have today on our show three really power leaders in our community here in Schenectady. The first person I'd like to introduce is Fred Daniels. He is part of the Rotary Club here in Schenectady. Next, at the City Mission of Schenectady is Elizabeth Chamberlain. And then we have Emma Pasquali. She's the VP of PR over at the Rotary, the Rotarians. So welcome to you guys here to the show at Scene TV. First, Fred, give me a little history of who the Rotary is.
Well, first, thanks for having us here today. It's really great to be here on your show. So, Rotary International is an international service organization worldwide, 1.2 million members worldwide. Here in America, and specifically in this area here, there are 49 Rotary clubs, and the downtown Schenectady Rotary Club is one of those 49, just right here in this area. And Rotary is a service organization, much like Kiwanis or Lions and so on, and so we're committed to providing service to the community. Service above self is sort of the motto. Part of what Rotary does, though, also is local service projects as well as international service projects, and an important initiative of the Rotary Club is to sponsor the Rotaract clubs and Interact clubs. Interact is the high school version of Rotary, and Rotaract is the college version of Rotary. And Emma, who's here with us today, is part of the Rotaract Club at Schenectady Community College.
Great. And how long has the Rotary Club been active here in the community?
Well, so the downtown Schenectady Rotary Club is going to be 100 years old in the year 2018. So we've been around for quite a while, 97 years. And there's about 90 active members of the Rotary Club, and so we're representative of the downtown business community, and also strongly represented in the social service and the nonprofit sectors are representatives and members of the Rotary Club as well. And we're very busy and engaged in what's happening here in downtown Schenectady. Every year we raise somewhere between $10,000 and $12,000, which are donated directly back to the community to worthy organizations like the City Mission.
Great. And to bring us to the City Mission of Schenectady, great organization, glad to be a part of it. Elizabeth Chamberlain, explain a little bit about the purpose of the City Mission.
The City Mission was founded in 1906 and with the purpose of helping the needy in the community. So back at that time, GE was booming. People were coming to the area to find jobs, and not everyone did or did right away. So a group of community leaders from Union College, First Presbyterian Church, and others came together to try to meet the need, and that's been the goal ever since, to help with food, with clothing, with shelter, really helping to get people back to sustainability. And so now, 109 years later, we still have shelter, food, and clothing, but we also have programs that really help bridge the gap for those individuals that are trying to move from poverty or crisis to sustainability.
Great. You have a great program. Actually, as a young kid in high school, I used to volunteer my time at the City Mission to help feed the hungry around Thanksgiving. So been a part of the community for a long time, and I really appreciate the work that the City Mission of Schenectady does. So I'm really thrilled to connect with you on that level. And Emma, I'm so thrilled that you reached out to me about your program coming up.
Yes.
And a whole team of you are working on the mission dance over at the City Mission of Schenectady. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and how this all pulls together.
Sure, I'd love to. I went to Schenectady High School, and I was a part of the National Honor Society, that's where I really began to volunteer at the City Mission. So you and I share a common factor of going to the City Mission back in high school. And that's where I really started to get connected with the people of the City Mission. And I really loved the community value. I really loved the love and the generosity that the City Mission really gives to the community of Schenectady. And how this all started was I was actually at the dinner table with my mother, and I was thinking about how the City Mission has touched my life in more ways than just a community outreach. It's really taught me to love and pass on hope to others for a sustainable life, and which is what Elizabeth Chamberlain was talking about. And I really loved their message. So I had been dancing in high school. I've actually danced for 12 years, and I wanted to combine my love for dance with my love for the City Mission. And I said, what better way than put together a really fun event for people to come and get together to raise money for the City Mission of Schenectady, with something that,
Yeah, I see a lot of power in your vision. I commend you for that. That's excellent.
Thank you.
So let me ask you, Fred, how is the Schenectady County Community College involved with this mission dance?
Right. So the Rotary Club sponsors the Rotaract Club on the college campus. And Emma, being a member of the Rotaract Club, it was her vision to do this. And one of the key elements, there's two really strong key elements associated with a Rotaract Club on the college campus. One is to do community service projects and international service projects. The other piece is to engage in professional development. So every Rotaract Club every Rotary Club can sponsor a Rotaract Club. So one of the key pieces that a Rotary member like myself provides is a mentoring or professional development opportunity for a member of the Rotaract Club on the campus. I have a background in marketing and public relations. Emma is studying marketing and public relations. She had this passionate vision for the mission dance to raise funds for the City Mission, and she convinced the other members of the Rotaract Club that her way or the highway, that this was going to happen.
I think it's young blood.
Yeah, that's right. This was definitely going to happen, and so I've been happy and privileged to work with her to help her to develop this as a learning project for her.
It's a great idea because people really can express themselves through dance. And especially that you have 12 years of experience to even be able to choreograph some of that. Maybe, even to build their confidence, going out there for an interview, if you're composed with yourself and being able to, in a different situation, you can land that job because you've developed that confidence. So let me ask you, Elizabeth, behind the City Mission of Schenectady, you guys have some training, the new facility, you guys have training rooms and stuff. How are you guys utilizing that to get that message out to the community?
Well, our Schenectady Works Career Training Center is located on Clinton Street, and it used to be our thrift store, but we were growing and really needed the space for more of these helping people to become sustainable type programs. So the Career Training Center is open Monday through Thursday. And we serve, like I mentioned before, we have our own programs there for people that are staying in the shelter. And everything from basic life skills like financial literacy and time management and budgeting and all those things to more career-oriented things and education. One thing we couldn't do before the Career Training Center was open was offer those classes to people in the community because of safety issues. We could only provide them to people staying in our shelters. All of our classrooms were in our shelters. Now that we have this new facility, we can open our doors to men and women in the community that maybe aren't quite as desperate as homeless yet, but still struggling to get by.
Sure.
One of the biggest problems in our community right now, and actually across the country, is retention. So there's a lot of agencies that can place people in jobs, but if someone doesn't have enough resources, they can't necessarily stay in the job. And they might struggle with a transportation issue or a child care issue or a health care issue. So our Schenectady Works program focuses on helping to prepare people, train people for the workplace with the goal of retention and advancement. And we have success coaches that help to remove those barriers when they encounter them in their lives.
What are some of the programs that you have? Do you have like a resume writing class? Do you have books and finances, economics, entrepreneurship? What do you have over there that is keeping them engaged and actually an opportunity that you're giving? And it's free, right?
Yes, it is absolutely free. City Mission's privately funded, so it's donors and volunteers that allow us to offer these programs. We have computer classes Tuesday and Thursday evenings, everything from entry level, beginning, not ever having computer experience before, to more advanced, and that will teach things such as Microsoft Word and Excel, as well as, operations of a computer. If you don't have any computer experience at all, it's very difficult to find a job. even time cards and stuff
Yeah.
like that now is all computerized.
Everything is digital, absolutely.
Yeah,
So
and even most job applications are online now.
Mhm.
So our computer center, which is within the Career Training Center, offers classes as well as one-on-one. We have volunteers that will come in for different shifts,
Mhm.
and they are available for people that are coming in to utilize the computer center to ask questions. So someone might say, I'm trying to apply for this job online, but I keep getting this error message,
Sure.
and the volunteer can come alongside. Volunteers will work individually with people on tutoring, preparation for high school equivalency testing, or for resume writing, like you mentioned, as well as sometimes just role-playing a tough conversation.
Sure.
Stuff we take for granted, like knowing what your rights are as a tenant, or how to talk to your landlord about a problem, or your boss.
right.
Exactly. Interacting with coworkers. If you have a coworker that is consistently an issue, but you don't have good conflict resolution skills, that's going to be a barrier. So our volunteers will do everything from formal classes to one-on-one interaction, modeling, role-playing, mentoring, that type of thing. The classes would include financial literacy, computer literacy, and beyond, and many other things as well.
Yeah. What's your location again, so people can really get a feel to connect with you?
The Career Training Center is located at 313 Clinton Street. It's directly across from the parking lot behind Proctor's.
Okay. And about how many students do you take in a month?
Some people will come just for 1 or 2 appointments, and then others will come in multiple times a week. So we probably see anywhere from 25 to 40 different people in a month,
Okay.
in a week or a month's time frame.
So that's great. Let me ask you, what were the hours on that too for your training?
It kind of varies. The center is open for people to come in and utilize the the computer room, or to ask questions and meet with someone from about 9 to 2 Monday through Thursday, and then there are classes outside of that as well. So if someone signs up for a computer class, that's in the evening. But they have to come in and sign up for it first.
Okay. So Emma, let me have you dive in here. And so we have the class of the training, they're enrolling, they're being able to get here and stuff. How are you with the PR getting them to come with your mission dance? How are you facilitating this message to that group?
Well, a couple different ways. We are using this show, of course. That's first and foremost. But we are also advertising in different areas such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So those are our social media sites. But what we really wanted to focus on was our ability to rely this message of giving back to our community through the dance program itself. So really we are advertising solely through our flyers, solely through word-to-mouth interactions with either students from my college or friends of mine that I've had for a while. It's really all about explaining that mission dance is not only for the community to get together and have a good time at this event, but it's really to open the community's eyes about the Drive to Success program and explaining what it is about, as well as explaining what else the City Mission has to offer.
So Emma, the mission dance is a one-day event, right?
Yes,
Yep.
Mission Dance is, so to explain the event further, Mission Dance is a one-day event. It's on Saturday, March 28th from 10 to 2, and we are hosting 4 dance classes. There will be a ballet class, there will be a Zumba class, and there will be a hip-hop class, as well as a dance party section. Now, the dance party section I created because I wanted to make sure that if people weren't as comfortable taking a dance class and being taught by someone, maybe they just wanted to have fun and enjoy classes such as the Macarena or the Cupid Shuffle or the Cha-Cha Slide, the Electric Slide, things like that.
Again, what was the date, time, and cost?
And place.
And place?
The date of the City Mission is Saturday, March 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Schenectady High School. And there will also be free food, a raffle, both a Chinese auction and a raffle for people to enjoy while they're there. And for $10, you can enjoy as much as 3 classes out of the 4 due to scheduling, or just however many you would like that day.
Yeah, fun. And what were some of the classes again?
The classes are ballet, Zumba, hip hop, and dance party.
And did you come up with a slogan or a logo yet?
Of course we did. Yes, we wanted to put a connection between the Drive to Success program and my love for dance and the community outreach as a whole. And we came up with Find Your Groove to help others move.
Okay, beautiful. And Elizabeth, let me know, how is the City Mission of Schenectady involved with the Rotary and becoming part of this? Are you guys a sponsor, or are you just donating the time and the knowledge? Is it a partnership? Explain.
Well, Emma has chosen that one of our programs, Drive to Success, that is part of the Schenectady Works program I was talking about before, she's chosen Drive to Success to be the beneficiary of this fundraiser event, and we're so honored and grateful. We appreciate Emma's volunteer service over the years, as well as yours,
Thank
Maya.
you.
And are just really excited to be able to participate in this event and help impact more people. Fred and the Rotary has been connected to the mission for many, many years. Our executive director, Mike, is he is a Rotarian.
He's a member of our club.
Yes.
Absolutely, and the Rotary has supported a number of projects in past years, either through providing volunteer service or grant funding.
Uh-huh.
And so specifically about Drive to Success, that connection, there actually is a connection with Schenectady County Community College that Emma wasn't even aware of.
Yes, I actually, when we were processing this event, I was looking up different programs because there's a difference between a community outreach where you are solely focusing on one direction. Well, the City Mission is City Mission of Schenectady is different because it doesn't only approach the under-resourced community in one way. And I really admired that because they, as we were talking about before, they have resume classes, they have computer classes, they have this Drive to Success program where the under-resourced can, travel to work every day for free, and they have a 97% success rate for that. So that really came close to my heart because seeing the amount of impact that the Schenectady City Mission of Schenectady has in the community really was the driving force for this entire project. I actually, you spoke of Mike Sicoccio, the president of the City Mission of Schenectady, and I met him when I was in National Honor Society, and after our induction meeting for the National Honor Society, he explained how the City Mission and really had an impact on Schenectady and how it wasn't just, going to a soup kitchen every day, but it was more of how they wanted to sustain the life of the under-resourced for a lifetime.
So the City Mission, or rather the Mission Dance Project, then it's a fundraising project, and so tickets are $10. And so the people who purchase a $10 ticket, then of course there'll be food provided and access to those three dance classes, and the dance party also. But I think the thing that is interesting and exciting about it is that because all the proceeds, 100% of the proceeds, will flow right through the Rotaract Club to the City Mission, they're able to use those funds to help defray the costs of the Drive to Success program. Things like gasoline, other kinds of expenses, hard expenses that are associated with the volunteers that help folks that are being served at the City Mission, help them get to work regularly and on time. Liz can probably give more details.
So Elizabeth, let me ask you, how many prospects have gone through your program and have successfully completed it?
Well, for Schenectady Works, we have part of Schenectady Works, you've probably heard about the Downtown Ambassadors, and we have another program that's just over a year old now called the Employer Resource Network, and then Drive to Success, which we'll talk about today, as well as the Computer Training Center and classes and all that. So
it's a busy place.
It is a busy place, absolutely. So I would say there are probably at least 150 people that have benefited from the programs in the past year. Now, in terms of success rate, some of that's a little hard to tell because what we've learned is it takes at least 6 years for an individual to move from poverty or a life of crisis to sustainability. So what we're seeing is in the Downtown Ambassador Program, we have 11 employees currently, and that is double what we had last year at this time. Out of the Downtown Ambassador Program, over the past 3 years, we've seen at least 5 people go to college. Some of them have completed degrees. We've seen 3 that I know of for sure move from their ambassador part-time work training opportunity into full-time jobs downtown. So those are the types of things that you see
I have to
happening.
say the Schenectady ambassadors too, I think that they're some of the most polite people I've ever encountered, and so that's wonderful. So they are spreading their message wide and positive. So
Well, I'm so
that's
glad
really
to
good.
hear that, because
Yeah.
that is one of the things. That's one of those basic life skills.
Yeah.
Respect, kindness, gentleness, and how you interact with people.
Yeah.
So just hearing that you know that, that's a success.
Yeah,
Because those
I've
are things that
experienced
are
it
being
firsthand,
trained.
so I thought that was really refreshing.
Excellent.
So yeah, and then they have the little jackets on that say
Yeah.
ambassador, and then you're curious, you want to ask, hey, what is
Right.
that?
What does that
So
mean?
yeah, but besides that, the fact that they're very polite and that you're just spreading a really great message, and they are wanting to achieve a better lifestyle, so that's really great, and you're what you're teaching is very valuable. So
So Liz, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you said also before we started taping that the Drive to Success program has achieved a milestone just recently.
Yes.
So what's that about?
Well, let me explain a little bit about what the Drive to Success program is.
Yep.
About a year ago, during a brainstorm session, one of the things that we had discovered in helping people achieve sustainability, the biggest barrier to maintaining employment is a lack of reliable transportation. So present at this brainstorming meeting were all sectors of the community. People from Schenectady County Community College were there, as well as TransFinder and other local businesses, and of course the Mission and a couple other agencies. So it was quite a broad group of people. And this idea came out because obviously there's a lack of reliable transportation. Buses are great, but if they don't go to the right spot, or if the schedule doesn't fit with the work schedule.
well, important to note too that it's free, and the bus is
Right.
not free.
That's true.
So.
That's true. We actually had one woman who was paying over $100 in cab fare to get to her appointment for work every week. And she didn't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So those are the types of situations that we uncovered. So specifically with the Drive to Success program, we started with home health aides. Present from Schenectady County Community College was a representative for the Health Professionals Opportunity Grant, also known as HPOG. So what was happening was the college had received this funding to be able to provide certification for home health aides, nurses' aides, and others. And in our community, home health care is an enormously growing
Yeah, of course.
need and opportunity. So what they were seeing was people trained and ready to be employed, agencies needing to hire people for these positions. But because the care is in homes, the employees have to have a vehicle or have to have transportation, because they're going from one appointment to the next all day long, kind of like sales when you're in your car. You can't have a good outside sales job without a vehicle. So that's where this idea of, well, if we can somehow pull together a transportation program, can we help these people who are ready to work get the jobs that are there?
Sure.
So that was the brainstorm that started it all. And so City Mission has utilized volunteers to be the drivers and hired a couple of navigators from within the community, people who also needed employment. And so those navigators work with the volunteer drivers to get the home health aide to their appointment. And we have a full-time dispatcher that works with the companies. We currently partner with Visiting Nurse Services of Schenectady Home Instead Senior Care. Thank you.
TransFinder.
And TransFinder helped us with the navigation software. And they are actually currently redeveloping software to meet this need as well. So it's been an incredible partnership.
So what was the big milestone?
The big milestone is, as of March 1st, we will be in operation for 6 months, and we have now surpassed 6,000 miles driven for transportation.
That's excellent.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. We have
Wow.
a 98% on-time rate for people getting to their appointments.
Ooh, even better
Which is-
than I
it's,
thought.
It's better than it was before. We just got a new metric, included the month of February, and it took us up to 98% on-time rate, which is better than most employees with their own transportation.
I think it's better than my own
It's
response rate.
amazing.
98%. I don't know.
It's
You
such
got
a
me.
good program.
So, what were some important reasons of why the Rotary got involved with the Mission Dance? Fred?
Well, again, we sponsor the Rotaract Club, and
Mm-hmm.
it was their passion, their vision, and their service project to the community. So, again, in that mentoring, professional development, sort of adult-student relationship, if you would, our goal is to provide some facilitation for whatever the needs are to get the project to happen. Now, Emma is a driven person, and she has plenty of connections all on her own, but one of the big issues was around, the marketing and public relations piece of it, and so that someone that works here at Schenectady Access Cable, Randall Hogue, he's a Rotarian. He put us in touch with you, and so here we are today. Similarly, other kinds of mentoring are going on around some of the fundraising opportunities and just sort of how do you connect. And if you're soliciting corporate sponsorship for the Mission Dance and you're getting products instead of a cash donation, is there a way to convert those products to cash? And so this is where the idea of a Chinese auction comes into play. And so all of those kinds of things that Rotarians who've been in the business community for a long time, especially in the nonprofit sector, are familiar with, ways to sort of make a fundraising event happen, whereas students who've never done anything like this before have not really much of an idea of exactly, except they've got a great concept and
Yeah.
lots of drive and lots of energy, but no way to frame that. And so that's
Yes.
part of our function, is to sort of get it all into a tighter package. And I've been associated one way or another with the City Mission for a long time. And so when Emma, in her drive to support the mission, convinced the Rotaract Club that that was the way to go, then it was an easy thing for me to do, is pick up the phone and say to Liz, gee, is this something you'd like to have happen? And can
Yeah.
we, make it happen? And what might work and how do we get it going? And so here we are again today.
That's excellent. Emma, how many dancers or participants or tickets, how many people do you expect at this event?
Well, I've always been brought up to say go big or go home. So hopefully I'm hoping for at least 250 members to be a part of this. But hey, if the more the merrier. We are just hoping for the best. And whatever it will be, it will be. So
Okay.
we're excited.
So let me ask you, Emma, how are people going to get a hold of tickets for this event?
Right. So also there'll be a link that's available on the
Yes.
Rotary website, which is SchenectadyRotary.org. So people just have to go to the Schenectady Rotary website at that address.
And can they get in contact over at the City Mission of Schenectady for tickets? Will they be on call there? Will there be tickets at TransFinder, any place throughout the community as well? Or that's something you're still working on?
That's something we are currently still working on. However, if someone is not able to get to the event, we are setting up a GoFundMe page as we speak.
Anything else that you want to share about this event? I know you're really excited. It's kudos to you. It's a big endeavor, but it's going to be a huge success.
Thank you
The
so
mission
much.
is bigger than what the mission is, and it's a pleasure to meet you. And I hope to hear about your success story and see it out there. So, anything else to add?
Thank you.
I think what I really want to touch on is the fact that we really want to spread the ideas of the city mission far past what many think it is just as a soup kitchen. We want to make sure to rely the message that they really do sustain the under-resourced life, and they really try to be a part of the community for one's duration. And we as well want to make sure that people have fun at this event and have, find their groove to help the under-resourced move. So
Yeah, that's excellent.
And I'll share just something real quick. I know it's one thing to hear about a program and to say, oh, that sounds like a good thing. But I was in a meeting this morning and I was able to hear that they're two unique stories. Again, going back to that idea of our mission programs are about sustainability. One of the ladies we've been providing transportation for now has her driver's permit. She's never been a driver. She has been a home health aide for over 10 years, and she's always walked to her appointments, sometimes up to 2 miles in between, in all weather. But now with Drive to Success, she's able to take on different clients because she can go further. And now she's motivated to get her own vehicle. So she's got her permit. We're helping her get connected to driver's ed, and she's also going to be getting a vehicle. And another lady today is most likely her last day of driving with us because she has also been able to purchase a vehicle. So we have things in place to, again, help for that sustainability. Yeah. So it's really exciting. So as you talk to people about the program, there's real people that are able to get further in life.
And this is what we want. This is what we want. This is what Rotaract's vision was, and we're all working as a team to make sure that this program really lasts because they're really making a difference in our community.
Yeah, there's definitely value in that. And just to see the empowerment of them going into the community too. And having that success story, and they'll probably give you testimonials to say, you know, this helped me. I was here and then I found hope. So that's fantastic. Emma, such a pleasure to have you on Scene TV. Elizabeth, thank you so much. And Fred, as a pleasure.
My pleasure.
You so much for being here and sharing the story. The Mission Dance going to be held again on March 28th. At 10 from 10 to 3 at Schenectady High School. So come on out and get your groove on. Thanks for watching Scene TV.